Hello. Good evening, guys. Sorry, I was in another meeting. Just need to come here. How are you all? Am I audible to all of you? Can you please respond in the chat or Q&A? Okay. Hello. Jay Chandra Naidu, Sirisha, Meenal, Sonu, Sankirna. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up also. Welcome, guys. Good evening. Vidya Shankar is telling, Vanakkam, sir. Yes, Vanakkam. Vanakkam, Vandanam, Sushwakatam, whatever language. Welcome, guys. So we'll wait for another minute or so, and then we'll get started off. Good evening, Gaurav, Komal Patil. Good evening, guys. Sat Kal, sir. Ashutosh, Sat Kal. Okay. All right. Cool. So it's 5:04. I think we'll get moving, and then we will pick it up as more students join in. As always, what did you learn yesterday? What was your learning from yesterday? That's a great day we had yesterday. I am very inspired by listening to you guys. I have my notes also with me. But before I share my side, I would like to hear from all of you. What did you guys hear from? What did you learn from yesterday's session? Go ahead. Please type your learnings from yesterday. What did you learn yesterday? Resume is a marketing document, says Gitanjali. Very nice. That's what we're going to learn today. Lastly, we're moving from the company's orientation to the resume. So we are going to make resume as a marketing document. All right, cool. Anybody want to share today? Yeah. Consider about job role. Very nice. More than looking into the company brand name or by looking into the salary or by looking into the designation, always go for the role, because role is what matters, right? So role, are you going to learn in that role? That's very important, right? Okay, very nice. Anybody want to share? Okay. Yeah. Aditya is telling how even by joining a mid-sized company, you can shape a good career by learning a lot. Fantastic, right? That's what I was trying to say. We shown a lot of examples of our alumni, who started in a small company, who started in a mid-sized company, how they grew, right? We saw that. Okay. Focusing on better our skills rather than results, Tripti says, right? Or rather, we discuss about Mahendra Singh Dhoni's quote, right? Focus on the process, so results will come automatically, right? Okay. Always be honest. Do not do cheating if you wanted to go for a long run. Fantastic, Gaurav. In fact, that was my major learning. What Hemant Chaudhary was bringing, right? Should you go for the honest 40 or a copied 60, right? So that is the thing that we need to always weigh out. Definitely, it's okay to go slow. Definitely, it is okay to score less. Don't take any shortcuts, because we also discussed by scoring, copying. If you score more, that person will get shortlisted. So what, right? Anyways, in the next round, the panel will make it out within no time. Okay? So always do honest things. Maintain good relationship with superiors. Fantastic, Damarla. I shared my examples with your seniors, right? Whenever you're working in a company, don't see your manager as a villain. Don't see your HR as a villain, who is there to exploit you. It may be there, during some, Stone Age days when the sweatshop culture was there. In today's knowledge working culture, right? It's all about people. I say people, right? In this age, which is the most powerful machine. So this is the most powerful machine, right? So we all need to inspire our people, motivate our people, and do not go by what is there in the media, right? Okay, very nice. Irrespective of the company, if you're skillful, we can reach great heights. Fantastic, right? It's all about you doing the contribution, and when you make the contribution, right, people will notice it. No matter people say play politics, for example, right? People say corporates are filled with politics and things. Yes, politics are there. Where politics is not there, tell me. Wherever there's a two human beings, coming together, there's a politics. Right? But the important part is how long somebody can play politics. The real talent or real, thing will definitely come out. So do not bother about it. Keep doing your work. Results will automatically come. Hemalata is telling start journey with a small company and go for a big company. Very nice. Good evening, says Vikram. Good evening, Vikram. Whether mid-size or big scale, going to the role is important. Very nice, Uma Shankar. Okay. Raghavendra is saying, it's been 1 year since I joined Emertxe. I lost the access to the recorded classes. I lost touch with the course. I need to revise the classes. Please help me for extension, for access for limited time. We do that, Raghavendra, for the students time to time. Please reach out to our team, support@emertxe.com. They will check it and do the needful. Okay. Good evening, Basavaraj. Right? Anybody else want to share anything from yesterday? Quickly. Anybody want to share anything? All right, great. So from my side, let me share some of the important things yesterday. The way how Muhammad Taufik, right, and then Hemant Chaudhary, the way how the entire discussion about being honest, right, that was a very mind-boggling for me, because most of the times we take shortcuts and we feel that by taking shortcut we'll succeed. That is not going to be the case, right? Very nice of them, okay, to bring in that perspective, right? And yeah, there's one more sheet which I had. Yeah. Right. Right. Cool. Some more action steps I taken. I'll come back. Our team will work on it and come back. Okay. Okay. A few months ago, a news reporter said, "Be like a tongue, be in touch with all the teeth, but do not get crushed." Okay. All right. That's a nice analogy. Okay. 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 I'm not thinking about placements and all. It is a duty of Emertxe, and I believe on Emertxe do their work properly. But my doubt is how time will manage to do practice and revision. Vikram, it is you need to figure it out apart from the class and labs. Okay. Can we get support from supported Emertxe regarding enrolling again in module test for the courses? I think we can allow once more. Just drop a mail, Swati. Our team will check and see what we can do. Right. A number of companies she has attended before through Emertxe takes a criteria while shortlisting. This is again interesting question. What we are seeing is, we are seeing some students just because they're getting shortlisted, but they're not preparing seriously, right? So we are sending you the message saying that, hey, you know what, you already last 5 companies you applied, you got shortlisted in all 5, but you know what, you not even clear the written test, right? Okay, so prepare well. So those type of messages we are preparing, but we are not implemented it yet. All right. Okay, great. So let us get started with our today's program. So we are talking about resume preparation, right? So this is agenda, introduction, how not to write a resume, our resume template, do's and don'ts, and hands-on session on building a resume. This is what we are going to see now. Okay. So what is the introduction? I think this question we already have. How much time do you think the placement company will spend to shortlist or not shortlist resume? Any guesses here? Suppose you send a resume. How long do you think a company will take to either shortlist or not shortlist? Any guesses? Let me see some answers here. How long they will take just to select or not select? 1 day, not 1 day is very too much, right? Few seconds, 1 minute, right? 1 minute itself is a maximum time. Within 1 minute, they'll decide. Should they want less than 10 seconds, 1 minute, 30 seconds to 1 minute, 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So if you see, this is like a reel, right? A reel, you're just doing 30 seconds reel, 20 seconds reel, right? So that's the whole idea we're talking here, right? Okay, cool. So other question also, other question goes like this. For example, a quick fact. Do you know that more than 90% of the information you already mentioned in a current resume is totally not required? Okay. Did you know that? Can you tell me what am I talking about here? More than 90% of the information what you mentioned in a current resume, it is not required for the companies. Can you tell me some examples like that? Which in all the fields you feel it is like that? So I'm telling 90%, more than 90% how you written your resume. That information is not at all useful for the placement companies. Which are all the information I'm talking about? Let me get some answers. Right. Any information not related to the job we are applying, that's good. Personal information, personal details, hobbies, parents' name, family background, hobbies, extracurricular activities, family background, right? Hobbies, personal details, hobby, academic result, achievement and awards, hobbies, personal things, family details, personal information, language, hobbies, strength and weakness, education, hobbies, right? A lot of you talking about languages, photo, very important thing, right? False information, hobbies, personal details, extracurricular activities, right? Yeah. All of you are almost telling the right answer, right? This information is not at all useful. But on the contrary, when I say you guys write, fill a resume, you said, sir, if you remove everything, what will you write? I don't have much to write in my resume. Okay, so that's a fact, which is we are going to change now. Okay. Let us see how we are going to change that idea, right? So how not to write a resume, right? For example, what information the company don't want to see or doesn't make any impact. They don't want to see at all, or doesn't make any impact at all, right? As you already said, hobbies, extracurricular activities, certifications also. Especially the certification is like a 2-day workshop in IoT, 3-day workshop in data science, right? 4-day workshop in something, right? This workshop doesn't have any significant value unless otherwise you came back and worked on those projects, right? Okay. In-plant trainings, you went to some industrial visit, right? Okay. And internships, unless you learn something very seriously, it is of no use, right? Please note, these and all are not required. Okay. Similar lines, for example, things like passport number, Aadhaar number, father's name, occupation, blood group, marital status, references, declaration, these things are also of no use. Okay. Because see, today what is happening is even the company wants this information. Say they want to know about your blood group, which the company should have in the database in case there's an emergency. They need to contact your family, they need an emergency contact number and all. These things will come into picture later point in time. Like, so you got selected, and then the company is sending you a form to fill up their what do you call their employee details, right? That time you need all these things. Okay, so no company wants upfront this information. This is all very old way of writing resume. We just carried forward. Okay? So these are not at all required. Don't mention. Then you'll be wondering, sir, if I remove all the sections mentioned in the previous slides, what will be left in my resume? Okay. After a lot of hard work, I fill 2 pages. Do you agree with me? I'm sure this is a challenge our students face, right? Sir, if I remove everything, you're telling remove everything, what will I write? Okay. There's a joke in, there's a popular comedian in, our none of the movies, right? Basically, it is something like this, right? Yeah, he used to write like this: fresh fish sold here. It used to be a joke like this, right? So he said, remove. What is it? You're already selling here, you remove, right? He'll remove. Sorry, here will come later, right? Fresh, right? Then it's a fish sold here. Anyways, I'm able to see, you remove, right? Sold here, what doesn't make any sense, right? Here, you remove this, right? So eventually, what will be there? Nothing will be left. Right? You're telling, sir, remove this, remove this, remove this. What will be left in my resume? Because as a student, as a college student, what was the biggest worry? Your worry is, my God, what will I write in those 2 pages? So that my resume looks something, valuable, something it looks useful. Okay. So do you agree with me, people in the group now? Your biggest worry is what to fill in those 2 pages. Yes, right? A lot of people, right? Okay. Sir, will you provide this document? Yes, Janvi, don't worry. All these artifacts, I'll share it with you. Kevin is telling, I think mention skills, how much you're good in that skills, project with the basic information done in Emertxe, academic project, lead code, academic edits like this. I think that's correct. Hema, that will come to that. Okay. That you're telling how to write. So now we are still discussing how not to write. Again, students put the information like, Microsoft Office, Microsoft Excel, Microsoft PPT, right? Those things are of no use, right? I'm just trying to understand what not to put. Okay. Yeah, I will share the documents. Don't worry, Afrin, right? We'll share all the PPTs, templates, everything to you guys. Okay. All right. Okay. Sarita is asking, so is this only for Emertxe, or can you put the same resume for outside companies as well? You can very well apply for outside companies also. There's nothing proprietary here. Whatever I'm teaching, you can use the same template, whatever you're saying, Emertxe template, you apply for outside. There is a walk-in happening and you want to apply, please use. There's nothing patented here. Okay. Old achievements. Emertxe follows ATS format, not necessarily, as I said, right? We're not doing a bulk thing, right? We're directly going to the companies, right? So that way, it's not going to be that big of a deal. Okay. So as long as you mention whatever it is there in our template, that should be good. So So I'm going to put some logos here. Okay, I'm going to put some logos. I wanted to type what comes to your mind when you see this logo. Okay, let me repeat. I'm going to select a few logos, show some logos. The moment you see logos, you need to tell what comes to your mind. All of you know this logo. What comes to your mind? Give me a minute. I just spill my tea here. So all of you know this logo, right? I'm not telling what is this logo. Everybody knows this logo, right? I want to know what do you think when you see this logo? What comes to your mind? Let me see some answers. Mercedes, Benz, Audi, Benz, car, automotive, Merc, Benz, Mercedes. Correct, luxury. I'm looking for the message that comes in your mind. The moment somebody says that logo, say, wow, that's luxury. Yeah, Vignesh is telling, right? Sridharani is telling, wow, that's a premium car brand. The moment you say, right? Okay. I'm not asking about the, AR is telling even nicer answer. 30 lakhs and more, right? Money comes into your mind, right? Similarly, what else comes into your mind? Sridhar is telling, luxury, and then, brand value, star, automobile industry, okay. Luxury and comfort says Hemant, brand says, basically Baya, right? Right? Yeah. So a lot of messages, a lot of, yeah. So that logo creates a brand that we'll never forget. Like that, we need to create our resume. Hemant, that's correct. That's what we're going to get it shortly. Okay. Safety, for example, right? Jay Chandra Naidu, right? Experience in Benz, safety, luxury and high cost, Germany, prestige, quality, right? All the things come into your minds. Okay. Now I'm going to flash one more logo. You guys should tell me what comes to your mind when you see this. What comes to your mind? What logo is the second logo? Don't tell the name. Like, for example, the first logo is of Mercedes, that I also know. Don't type, So when you see this Mercedes logo, sir, I know that. But my question is, what comes to your mind? Some of you said, luxury, premium, more than 30 lakhs. Tell me the attributes. What comes to your mind when you see this logo, second logo? What is this logo, by the way? Anybody? Okay. Metro bike, Royal Enfield, very nice. Okay. Yeah, Royal Enfield is the right. Now, bullet sound, right? Whenever you are talking about, for example, bullet, right? That sound, right? That's what comes to your mind, right? Ladakh, right? Very, very nice either. Ladakh, right? Indian brand, royalty, right? 2 lakhs and more. AR is fully money man, right? 30 lakhs, right? Vintage bikes, 2.5 lakhs and more. Classic, bullet, powerful engine, status, get it, right? Pura. Like, you feel very proud of owning that, right? Royalty. Heavy bike brand, no good service. Okay. I'm not aware of that, right? Yeah, Royal Enfield, string, Duk, right? Popularity of the brand, right? A lot of nice answers. Made it like a gun, bike company, right? Okay, classy, sound, metal, suitable for tough situations, right? Off-road conditions, solo ride, always on the top of the market. Heavy sound, right? Okay, sorry. Heavy sound that comes in. Strong bike, 350cc, army officers, right? Rough and tough, dream bike, worst service, flying bird, sound pollution, right? Diesel bike, a lot of things are there, right? So similarly, as I move forward, okay, for example, let us take some more logos, right? Similar to this particular Royal Enfield, right? I'm sure all of you know this also. Thar, right? Mahindra Thar. In a way, the Royal Enfield Bullet and Thar can be correlated because they're all, of course, this is for four-wheeler, that's for two-wheeler, right? In terms of the ruggedness, off-road, right? A cult, right? If you see, right, you are owning a Enfield Bullet means you're a cult. You are a group, right? Similarly, Mahindra Thar means you are a cult, right? Okay. And what comes to your mind when you see this logo, boat? You know what comes to your mind when you see the logo, boat? Boat. Oh, I think I didn't share it. Huh? Okay. Share screen. I think I forgot to share. Okay. So boat, right? What comes to your mind when you see boat? Bass, right? Headphones. Okay. Screen is shared now. Sorry. Smartwatch, speakers, Indian brand. Cheap and best audio products. Very nice. Festival offers. Speaker, music system, AirPods, sound quality, right? Aman Gupta, wow, is a founder of GoBoard, right? Reputed brand. Indian startup with remarkable marketing, says Division. Low mids, low highs, good base, long run to use. Okay? Headphones, deep bass headphones, right? Aman Gupta. Okay. Lot of answers, right? Okay, Shark Tank, right? Indian brand importing from China. Okay, Desi, lowest price, startup, audio products, affordable, always on discount. A good balance of quality and budget. Very nice, Padma Shri, right? Indians always want, right, value for money. It's a very good example for value for money, right? So a lot of answers. Fantastic. Thanks for all of you to answer, right? Okay. Let us quickly run through some more logos. Maybe we'll not stop by all of them. It will take some more time. So let me just show some more logos. You may not want to type. Just think about this, right? You have Vespa. Definitely all of you have an idea about Vespa, how it started. Now, how they release a new product. For me, the modern day Vespa, of course, when I was in school, the Vespa used to be releasing bikes. Nowadays, they came back. Right? For me, now Vespa is synonymous with cuteness. Right? A small, beautiful, what a scooter they designed. Right? Puma, definitely, more athletic in nature, yeah. And a sense of courage by looking into the tiger picture and things like that. Zudio, I think you guys will be able to relate better. But definitely, I got to know I'm not a very regular follower of the fashion things like that. But when I was as my daughter was growing up, she learned from her friends about Zudio. Then I also definitely checked it out. Great example for a fast fashion. For a 200 rupees, 300 rupees, right? You get an amazing product for yourself, right? Baskin Robbins has got some brand name. KFC, Apple, Ray-Ban, Fossil, right? So everything, if you see, right, what are we talking here, right? We are talking about a brand. So basically, all I wanted you to start today's thought process with an idea is your resume is your brand. Okay? So what do you mean by brand? Okay. So, in brand is a name, term, design, or other feature that distinguishes one seller's product from those of others. Right? So here, what are we trying to do? You're all trying to compete for the same job. But how are you going to differentiate yourself? Suppose, two friends are there. They studied college together. They came to Emertxe together and sitting, right? So how basically the brand, okay, you're going to differentiate yourself from others. For example, you're talking about boat, right? There are a lot of people who make headphones. But why the boat becomes so popular? There are some reasons, right? So the brand basically means how are you going to differentiate yourself from others in the talent competition? We are in the job market, right? Even though your friends, how your resume is going to look different. How are you going to let the recruiter know that you are something special? How to create an impression on somebody before even they see you? Before even they see you, they make an impression based on the resumes, right? How are you going to do that? So that's what we mean by resume is your brand. So do not think resume building means I will do it overnight. So tomorrow the placement team is asking me to send. So today night, like how we cram up for exams, right? Okay, today night I will sit and write my resume. So that should not be the case. Okay? You need to spend quality time and then build your resume. Okay. So what we say in Emertxe to keep things simple, skills plus project is equal to resume, period. Okay. So what are the skills that you're learning in this particular course, in your embedded course, IoT course, or we also do the full stack web developer course, right? What are the skills that you're going to learn, you need to represent. And then what is the proof that, this particular skills are you really know, right? These particular skills you really know. So that is nothing but projects. So projects are the way in which you represent, basically, right? You know those skills. Okay. So the more projects, I think we've been discussing yesterday, day before yesterday, I said the simple thumb rule, show me 10 projects, right? I put 10 projects, really work on 10 projects and put it, that will take care of automatically everything. Right? So in Emertxe's world, we say skills plus project is equal to resume, nothing else. You don't need to put any of the information just to impress the employer, hobbies, parents' name, father's name, right? Those are required when you had nothing to fill up. Now we have so many things to fill up. You can just write skills plus project is equal to resume. Okay. So now let us understand how to build a great resume. Okay. So all of you know this picture. What is this? Can anybody relate the picture? Let me just see your answers. We discussed about the branding. Many of you mentioned Lego, right? Lego blocks, building set. Sometimes say toy, Ludo, block puzzle, childhood memory, Lego, building blocks. Right? Many of you telling many reasons, right? So now, when I buy a piece of that building blocks, right, where it's got various pieces in it, and I give it to everybody. So what do you guys do? Like, assuming you're in a school going kid, what do? You'll build it in the way you want, right? Somebody will, keep on top of other. They build a skyscraper, right? Somebody will build a house. Somebody will build a car, because they also used to use some small, plastic wheels. And I hope you remember what I'm talking about, right? Okay. The point here is your resume is like that. You need to build it in such a way that it reflects your uniqueness and your, basically, how well you are able to represent yourself as a brand. Okay. And very important part, right? Here, what Hemant is telling is, if you want pull 10 blocks at a time, pull block by block to earn the reward. Correct. What we saw yesterday, the delayed gratification, right? Today, if you do, you'll get 1 rupee. Wait for some time, you'll get 10 rupees. Right? So resume is a building, we say. It's a creating. You need to take a step-by-step approach to build a resume. Right? So that's what our approach also should be. Okay. So let us say some basics of it. Right? So the importance of building an impressive resume, very, very important. And resumes get shortlisted within a very short period of time. Okay. The resume should reflect your uniqueness. Right? What are the blocks of the resume? Header, basic header, skill set, projects, as I said, project in reverse chronological order. That is, the latest project you've done should put it in the top, and then the oldest one you should put it in the bottom. Right? Previous experience, work experience, if any, and any other parameters. So this is basically your, what do you call, resume building, the blocks are a typical. Here, if you see, no personal information, any complicated information, right? Okay. Now we have our template, which I'm going to share you shortly. Okay. We carefully designed based on our experience with placement companies, right? Each field has a specific meaning and a purpose. You can add, modify, delete as you feel is necessary. Right? Feel free to use a template for applying outside. Somebody already asked it. I answered it also. Ensure that you spend quality time building on it. This is a big problem. It's a very big problem, right? Often what we do, we basically want to rush it up. We want to make it fast, right? You need to spend quality time in building it. Spend quality time. Okay? Keep it updated. It's a running document. As and when you're adding more module, as and when you're adding more projects. Recently I was interviewing one very senior guy. I got impressed in the beginning itself. Eventually we selected him also for a senior position in our, in Emertxe. We got the resume through their placement agency, right? The resume was a little old, which I had to print out because I want to interview that person, right? I already taken the printout. I read through it because he's a senior person, right? When he came in, he said, you know what, sir? Whatever I given you, after that I updated. And here is the updated one. He added some of the additional upskilling that were done, right? And some of the work experience was not projected well in the previous resume. He's improved it. The template was looking better. It was a color resume, right? So all those things were there, which made me very impressed in the first step itself. So keeping it updated, it is a running document. Okay. Finally, as you already said, your resume is your brand. We discussed it. You need to prepare a marketing document or selling document. Your resume is your marketing document. Imagine how impressive it should be. You cannot just look like shabby, right? You should look really good. So please keep it in mind. Resume is your marketing, document using which you are going to build a brand. And that brand should tell you a unique story about yourself. Like how you said, Zudio tells a story, right? Enfield, Royal Enfield tells a story. Mercedes tells a story. Boat tells a story. Right? Every logo communicates a story. Similarly, your resume also should communicate a particular story. Right? That's what our template is going to be. Right? Now, what we'll do, we'll do a walkthrough of a template, our resume, Emertxe resume. Right? Don't worry. All the documents, including the templates, I'll share it with you guys. You can aramse take it and then start editing on it. Right? So before I open the templates, right, I just want to take a quick break. Okay, and then we'll come back and then we'll continue. Right? I've been sitting for a while now. Just want to freshen myself. In a 5 minutes break, just be here. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. So let us continue and let me walk through the resume template with all of you. Right. So this is a template, guys. Very simple template and very, very effective template. So first of all, you write your name, as simple as that, and then email ID and phone number. Okay. So one important thing is have one email ID and one phone number. Don't have multiple email IDs, and also email IDs also it's important that it should look professional. Don't write any cryptic email IDs or give some one number for email, phone, one number for WhatsApp, and all. Don't do that. Okay. Then we have something called as career objective. So what do you want to become in your career? Again, here one of the important thing I want to ask a question here. Let me probably run a poll and get your inputs here. Let me run a poll quickly. Let us debunk all the myths that we face, right? Okay, let me run a poll. So do you think you should use hi-fi English in your resume? As if it is a, multiple, some British, hi-fi, do you need to use such words in your resume? Let us see how many of you are voting. Let us see. Okay. I'm happy. Majority of them are writing, voting correctly. Okay. Let us wait. Because we think, right, my resume look full hi-fi English. Wow. Okay. I think it stabilized around 330 people have voted. Okay. Still voting is going on. Let me give for a few more seconds. Great. I'll publish the results now. Fantastic. 86% of them are thinking that no, and 13% think it is yes, right? My request to all the 13% people, please come out of the thinking process. You don't need to make with hi-fi English words and things like that. It should be very simple but very powerful. It should communicate, some important things. I'll come to that short, right? So don't think I should use English. For example, career objective. So how do I write a career objective? Very simple career objective can I write. What is that? As an electronics engineer, I want to get into a company working in the embedded systems and become a successful technology engineer by making me and my team successful. Right? Very simple thing, right? Or other thing is that as an engineer, I want to build exciting products, right, which will make the customer's life easy. Or it could be something like, for example, I want to be always in the innovative product development so that I can challenge myself on a daily basis and grow in my career. Very simple two-liner explanation is good enough. Don't need to go and make it, oh wow, this is like Khatarnak, something you need. No, you don't need to do all those things. Okay. So is that fine, guys? Are you getting it what I'm saying? You don't need to make it very hi-fi. Okay. English should be simple and crisp, right? Okay. Suraj is asking, sir, can you show some students' resume who got placed in premium package company? Very nice question, Suraj. I'll come to that. Very important, right? It's not only I show the template, I'll also show you guys some, some of these, people, right? We aren't applying for English lecture post anyways. Very nice, Shakil, right? We're not applying, right? Very simple English, you write, more than enough. Right? Don't need to make it, hi-fi. Okay, great. So let us move on in the template, right? So, and then definitely you need to put in the work experience side. Even though I don't say, we worked here, please don't get me wrong, because some of the students, they write, I'm working as an R&D engineer in Emertxe. No, I hope yesterday I said, if somebody does all the course projects, right, 10 plus projects, right, or 12 plus projects in Emertxe, I already showed you a testimonial given by the corporate, senior corporate people who are recruiting our students, that our students demonstrate the work experience of 30 months. You saw the testimonial yesterday. 30 months means what? 2.5 years. And there's one more mail I have. Our students could match up to the performance or even do better than the students who are having 1.5 to 2 years experience. So your resume, your course, this Emertxe course is very powerful. So represent that. Currently undergoing the technical training program at Emertxe Information Technologies, Bangalore. The course is Government of India certified program. aligned with Skill India under NSDC, just to replace, right? And apart from that, you can mention some work experience only if it is of something valuable. Let us say more than 6 months, right? At least 6 months you should have. You don't write 2 months, 1 month and all. Okay, no need, right? So this is about your work experience, right? Then comes technical skills. Technical skills is nothing but all the technical, stack, what you call embedded stack that you learned in this course that we categorized nicely here. Programming languages, you can see shell scripting, okay, advanced C programming, OOPS using C++, data structures, and then all the topics that you learn as a part of the Linux internals, then embedded Linux, right? Microcontrollers. If you're learning Qt, you know how to represent that. And various boards, or for online students, you can put a simulator name here. Various tools and debuggers you use, right? So this is the idea. And please note, one of the thumb rule, very important thumb rule, as we move forward also you'll understand, is that, okay, if you're not confident, don't put it. Okay? Don't put because my friend has put it. Later point in time when they ask a question based on this, if you're not able to answer, then it's not good. You'll not be able to clear the interview, right? So this again, people may ask, sir, I'm started applying till the data structures module is over. Should I mention about Linux systems or Linux internals, embedded Linux and controllers? No. Whatever your latest module got over, that much you communicate, that is more than enough. Okay. So this is about your technical skills, right? Very simple, very powerful. Right? And a couple of them I tell people generally to mention. Okay, you can mention about something called coursework. Because companies do expect, I think that yesterday and so day before also there were questions saying that, sir, will they check the basic electronics knowledge of students, right? I said yes. You can see any courses related to the electronics, be it microprocessor, digital electronics, digital signal processing, right? You can don't put mathematics, right? Don't put English, right? Put a courses which you feel you are good at, the basics, right? And that is related to embedded systems. Kindly note, don't write because your friend is writing. Because I have an example where one student has written, I'm a 8051 microprocessor. His friend copied. He went to the interview, right? The interviewer asked him, can you please explain the basics of how 8051's schematic diagram? He couldn't answer. Right? So don't do that because your friend is doing. Do it because you are really passionate about the subject. And kindly note that the subject should be related with embedded systems. Okay? Then comes education. I would say start with the highest to the lowest, right? And whenever you are writing, right, keep it very simple. Don't write the entire university name, college name. For example, some of the engineering college name, BBSSKK YYZZ engineering college, right? It will be just simply write a short form. Later you can give the information, right? And very important thing, guys, here is mention your percentage or CGPA, anything, whatever the university is given in a accurate fashion. For example, 71.34% means 71.34 only. It is not 72. It is not 70. Right? And other important thing is you mention when did you start this particular course and when did you complete this particular course? 2017 to 2019. Okay. Similarly, you can see BEC from BTU, right? 69.33. Kindly note it's not 70. Right? I mentioned 2011 to 2015, which means to say what? This is a classic example of somebody is having a career break. You see here, he's having finished his engineering in 2015 BTech, whereas his master's he done from 2017 to 19. This, as I already told you, we discussed enough in detail. This will not be a problem when you are doing the technical interviews. Later, when a manager interview happens or a HR interview happens, they may check. They may ask why. Suppose I'm interviewing, right? I'm interviewing a student by name, let us say Ram. Okay? I'll ask Ram, what happened? You have finished your BTech in 2015, but your MTech in 2017. What happened in between those 2 years, right? And what is that your answer should be? Your answer should be whatever is the truth. Don't need to tell any stories here, right? Any unwanted stories, right? And later point in the interview facing also I'll tell, right? Don't try to be emotional and try to blackmail the person. For example, long time back, I was interviewing on a lighter note, right? He was actually, he's telling, right, Masar, this particular job you need to give me, this job is very important. You know what? My father has taken a loan, and if you don't give me this job, I know my family will not be able to pay the loan back. And if you're not able to pay the loan back, our entire family will commit suicide, sir. Okay, he started crying. in the interview, right? Okay. Similarly, somebody will try to put a totally, different, emotional reason. You know what? My father was doing a business. The business completely failed, right? My request is, right, you should not be doing any of these things. You're not here to do any sort of an emotional appeal. You show your merit and get the output. So getting my point, right? So the reason is why I'm telling is anywhere there is a right, don't need to cook up any story. Tell the truth, even the truth is not. For example, right, if you remember that particular, Three Idiots interview, when he finally goes, right, I think his name is Raju, I'm not wrong, who breaks his, he jumps from the, this thing, right, from the terrace or whatever, right? When he goes and tells, what did he say? What happened to you, right? I jumped from the, balcony. I tried to commit suicide, right? So what is he doing? He thought with so much of scare, right? You were telling all sort of stories, right? But when I tell the truth, it becomes easy. Okay? So my request is, whatever may be the reason, this can be break in between 10th to 12th. And yesterday, some of the students were telling it, sir, I've done a diploma in second and I entered into the laterals, right, of the BTech. And I have seen some students who've done after 10, they do diploma, then come and do PUC or 12 plus 2 again get into engineering first year. So whatever may be the flow, mention it properly. Again, here one more doubt can be there. Sir, how do I put my information? Should I put it as a percentage or should I put it as a CGPA? Okay. Again, when you convert the CGPA, so percentage to CGPA, right, the number will look slightly less. Right? And what I tell the simple reason, don't break your head too much. One, okay, whatever the university document says, go with it. If they calculated CGPA, you go with CGPA. If they mentioned as a percentage, mention percentage. This is point number one. Second thing is, sir, when the placement application comes, this is 70% and apply. Above can apply. I am a 7 CGPA, sir, but when I convert into percentage, it comes less than 70. I'm 69.5. Should I apply or not? Okay. I tell you, it's very simple reason. Even though that's not the correct formula, I say your CGPA multiplied by 10. Is it matching the percentage? You go and apply. For example, your CGPA is 7. Okay. But the company asks 70% and above. Multiply by 10, 70. Matching, now apply. I know it's not correct, right? If you try to actually apply formula, it will not. It will be maybe 69.3 or something like that, right? But don't need to bother. In Emertxe's world, we say CGPA into 10 is equal to percentage. And typically in our placement applications also, we mention the same way. So don't bother too much. We will not blacklist you because of this. Companies also has not seen any trouble because of this. Just go with this. Come out of this particular CGPA to percentage story in your minds. Okay. Let me see if any questions are coming here. Okay. We aren't for applying. Yeah. Do we need a photo and resume? No. Shyam, don't do that. Photo, you can apply for later. One more resume to prepare. What is that? Matrimonial profile. Right? Right? In that, you can put a photo. In fact, one of my very close person is looking for they just started looking for alliance. Today, his parents sent me his, matrimonial profile. Saying that, this is what his profile. Can you, check his profile, how it looks, right? Everything is filled up fine. Photo was there, but the photo was not good. So I told them, please, go to a nice studio and get a photograph done, right? And typically, you see in Bangalore, there's a famous studio called GK Vale, where I took my matrimony photo long time back, right? 18 years back, I took it, right? Okay. That impressive photo, you can take it later, right? And if you guys do a good, if you have a good job, you can do a good profile portfolio also, and a good girl or boy will come and marry you. Don't worry. Right? Okay. So my request is, a lot of smileys are coming. Okay. Maybe I'm blushing. I don't know. Whatever you think. See, my point here is, right? My point here is, okay, don't need to put any photo in your resume. Okay. When you need to put a photo in your second resume 2.0, when you want to get married, right? So today I told their parents, right? Okay, said, no, photo is not looking good, right? Let us put a better photo. So in our job resume, don't put it. Okay. Work experience of any domain can be mentioned. Ask Shashi. Yes, Shashi, provided it is of more than 6 months. You can mention. Okay. So for Emertxe course, should you put it as an experience or a course? See, As I said, you put it as a course only, Manoj. As I already showed you, hope you see my template there. It comes under the course on core. It mentioned as a course, but we say the column as work experience. Right? Because as I said, if somebody did the 6 months course, did all the 10 projects, it will be valid of someone. But don't mention that as a work experience. I worked as an R&D engineer in Emertxe. There's nothing not right. So that way you mention. Okay. Pratik is also asking same question. Should I include experience which is not related to embedded systems? You can. Okay. What can we say or talk about year gap after graduation? Syed, I know asking. I already told you, Syed. Tell the truth. Whatever may be the reason, tell the truth. Okay. Percentage of CGPA I also clarified right now. Okay. So I done a course in IoT with Arduino boards by use of Raspberry Pi. If you mention in the resume, they can consider this one or not. So they will consider. Say, I'll also have an IoT resume. Okay. Or rather, I would say, Hemant, you can put any additional skill set, no problem. But you should be confident. Some students would have done Python course. Right? Some would have done some programming in Raspberry Pi. Right? Somebody would have done some projects or some study in computer vision. Right? Somebody would have done some work in, let us say, distributed computing. And you put this, you can put that. But provided you need to be confident. So if interviewer ask a question, you should be able to answer. That's my only simple equation. Okay. Raju Rastogi, yes. correct, right? You guys are giving me the right answer, right? So tell the truth. That's the best answer to this, right? Okay. Prakash is asking, why switch mechanical to embedded? Prakash is asking. Very nice question. This can be applicable for students who are coming from a non, circuit background. In fact, even for a circuit branch, even the easy student, they can ask, right? Why do you choose embedded systems? I would say it's a great opportunity to tell a story. Great opportunity to tell a story. For example, 24 years back, when I was attending my first company, right? I was talking about my Ishoni days, right? They asked me this question: what makes you passionate about embedded systems? Okay. This is my story. Don't tell the same story. You need to build your own story. My story was very simple, right? This is this box. I am putting an intelligence inside the box. Right? For example, this is like a headphone, right? Those days was not there, right? Wireless, how intelligent it is, This is a Samsung, buds, right? It is so whenever I talk, automatically the audio goes down, right? There's a lot of many features which I don't explore, right? But at the end of the day, noise cancellation is that. So all these things are what? It's a pretty intelligent device. So what I said was, you know what? Like how a human has got intelligence, natural intelligence, with a brain, I am putting intelligence inside a box. That is nothing but embedded systems. And that excites me. Right? If you look at today, anything, right? If you look at any product or solution that you're building, right? We say in today's world, we call this a what? We say it's a smart watch, smart water bottle, right? Smart light, smart AC, whatever, right? The smartness, or in my word, intelligence comes because of embedded systems. That excites me. It's like installing a brain inside this, no? You get me what I'm saying? My story, right? Similarly, think about it. What should be your story where not only for Prakash, anybody for that matter, which you want to tell to the interviewer? For example, recently when I was talking to some of our students, right? One of the students said, you know what, sir? When I used to see this particular car, when the driver switches the machine of the button of the car wiper, the car wiper wipes. It's fascinating, right? You're pressing a button here, how it is coming up. Right? One student was telling, you know what, sir? I did a very interesting project called Smart Dustbin in my college. I press a button, the rover will move. It will, go to a robotic arm. It will pick the filth from the ground, put it in the dustbin, and then move on. That kind of kicked me, right? So the point is, Prakash or others, tell a story. And that story should be unique. Don't tell the same story, whatever I'm telling, right? That shows how passionate about your embedded system. Tell your story. That sells a lot, right? Yeah. CGPA rule comes after 2023 pass outs only, sir. So before 2023, it won't bother, sir. Whatever, Hemant, I don't want to break your head too much. Jo bhi hai dal do, okay? Can you, once in work experience, different resume, different domain, Bhupati, I already said. Okay. See, in academics, my CGPA is 7.78 and my percentage is 69.66. Right? I told Mamidi already, your percentage, you say 7.70, 7.8, whatever. I'm fine with that. No issues, right? Okay. My university calculates CGPA for only final 2 SEMs. So should I give my overall CGPA by averaging it or so by going with the university? Pratham, right? Again, don't break your head. Whatever university tells, do that. Don't reinvent. Universities are invented, no? You use that. What is the page limit for a resume? Deer is asking. Very nice question, Deer. I would say for you guys, you can go up to 5 pages. 5 pages. I'll show you. So somebody asked us, show me a good performing student's resume, right? I'll show you shortly. Okay. How many pages? Yeah, done, sir, right? Shashi, right? After submitting in Emertxe LMS only, we have put in resume, or we can put it, sir, if you are doing more than projects in any of the module. You can put. See, my request is, Sri Datta Vasudev, you should be evaluated by the mentor so that you're confident. See, that way I can write 10 to 20 projects in my resume, right? If somebody has evaluated me and given me feedback and I improved on it and I'm confident, right? See, at the end of the day, guys, it's all about your confidence, right? Okay. See, people talk about communication skills. I always tell, it's not about your communication skills, it's about your confidence, right? By now, right? Okay, by now it's the third day you're sitting here, Wednesday, right? If you see me, more than my communication skills, I speak to you guys, it is my confidence which makes you guys know. Even one day I can twist your thought process also, right? The confidence is what matters. And when the confidence will come, provided you really like what you're doing and you're really passionate about it, right? Same thing I told for embedded system domain also. Communicate your passion, right? Okay. See, sitting in these AC rooms, 500, 600 students are attending in different places, right? My passion is to communicate. So that will come naturally, So don't bother about this, right? That is what gives you the confidence. If you mention that, that is more than enough. Okay? So soon after graduation, I have done UPSC and joined Emertxe in December 2023 after 1.5 years after graduation. Should I need to tell this to the interviewer? Yes, Raghavendra, it will come later. Your technical guy don't care. When somebody asks you to do technically, he will evaluate you technically. He will check you about pointers. He'll check you about microcontrollers. He'll check about Linux internals, right? Only they will be doing that. Okay. Later, when you go to HRR management, they'll ask, you can tell this. You can tell. For example, I tried for UPSC exam for 1.5 years. I did not get selected. That's why I'm here. Simple. Don't have to cook a story. You know what happened. I proposed 3 girls, right? One girl rejected me. One girl, was with me for 6 months. फिर एक और लड़की आई, उसने जूता मार दी, right? Why all this cook a story? छोड़ दो ना. They are laughing, right? Okay, 3 girlfriends are, people are happy, right? Oh God, sir, I wish I would like to tell the story, right? ये सब मत बताने का. अरे look at this, यार. Girlfriend example. Hit you guys. Right? Okay. Don't need to cook any of the stories. Tell the truth. If you fail it, you failed it, right? Okay. Raju Rastogi. Keep that mind, right? That is the, right? Okay. For mechanical people, there are so many questions. In a way, I would say, Prakash, you have more opportunity to sell yourself. Okay. You have more opportunity than an EC guy, right? Because you can tell a much more compelling story. In fact, you can tell, right? Today, the mechanical world today largely is controlled by electronics or software. Hope you understand, right? For example, whether it is a simple, milling machine, right? Or a pen manufacturing machine, everything today controlled by a microcontroller and electronics. You can say, coming from this particular mechanical, where I learned about these pulleys and the mechanical motion, thermodynamics and all. But you know what? When you look at this small piece of electronics, which controls every damn thing that happens in a big industry, that excites me. Look at how I'm putting across, right? And today, that's the truth, right? Today, everything today, every machinery, every traditional machinery. I went to that Imtex conference I was doing, International Machine Tool Conference, right? Big cranes, yeah. Big cranes, milling machine, printing machine, 3D printing, all a small piece of electronics, no? Itna bada machine hai, usko itna chota sa electronics is controlling. You talk about this? Isn't it amazing? Tell the story. Sometimes you tell this, you carve out something, right? Then the guy will be like, then the interview, you think about him, oh my God, look at this kid. He's got so much of, and believe me, you can only talk more provided you really like it, you're really passionate about it. If you're not liking it, Namke was you were telling, right? You know what? Suppose tomorrow you interview me in something else which I'm not at all passionate about. Okay? Not at all I'm passionate about. Right? How will I answer? Are yaar kyun pooch rahe bhai? Or he'll say, he'll ask his friend, okay, you what answer you told, I'll tell the same answer. No. If you're, especially mechanical guys, sell yourself. See, what am I doing here, right? I'm giving you enough. Your mentors are doing a lot of efforts, class, lab, and all. Now I'm teaching you some tips to sell yourself. That's all. Okay. Very nice, right? Will you share the template? Don't worry, Prashant. We'll take everything, right? I worked 5 months to add experience. Okay, take add karo Suraj. It's okay, right? I have 1 year of experience, then 1 year of career back. Should I add that in a career break in a resume? Yes, Bala Subramanian. You may add that. Not a problem. Okay. How many projects to mention in resume? I'll come to that. One of the students, right? I'm telling you, right? I'm come to that. How many pages resume should be maximum? I think 4 to 5 pages. We already clarified. When we receive the completion certificate from Emertxe, you can receive anytime. Once you complete the module, in fact, today morning also I'm talking to my team. Some of the batches are about to complete the course. We are planning to do it as a part of the course itself. And before they complete, we'll give the certificate. Okay. Should we include the past role? I'm electrical design engineer for 1.5 experience. Yes, Tejas, include, no worries. You should. Okay. Funsuk Bangudu. Right? Yeah. How to answer the question, why are you choosing to shift the company? Okay. Yes, that's an interesting question, right? If you're a working professional, right? Disha, right? Why you wanted to move from, first of all, self-domain. I already told you, I'm working in a domain which I'm not okay. I want to switch to this domain. Second thing, you can also tell for better career opportunities. Keep it like that. And very important, don't talk ill about your past company or your past manager. This is my humble request to all the working professionals attending here, right? Don't take, in that old company, that manager was a villain. Okay. Oh, he was like a Viru Sahasra Buddhi only. You are torturing all the employees. Toxic workplace it was becoming. Don't tell all these things. Okay. As I said, no, you may like, every place has got its own plus and minuses. If you're not happy, it's okay. Just say, for better career aspirations, I'm moving. That's it. Okay. We did not do a project by ourselves. We actually bought it and submitted. If the interviewer asked about academic project, what we have to say? Okay. Roshan is pulling me one more interesting question. Okay. By the way, Roshan and others, right, this was a learning for me when I came to Emertxe. Okay. I think 12 years back. This is a joke I share in every interview preparation resume workshop. As I said, I graduated from NIT Warangal or REC Warangal. Then we don't have a concept of buying and all, right? Our professors used to rip us off and make us do the project. Probably I can separately have one workshop on, right? How many professors really made us work hard, right? We can talk a lot about it. Right? We don't have an idea of buying a project and all. Even the final year project, I built something called WTLS, Wireless Transport Layer Security, in a socket programming networking environment, right? And we wrote every code from the scratch. In those days, internet was very nascent. We could not get much source code and all. Me and a couple of other project mates, we studied we went to library, studied the literature, right? And then we prepared the entire report, wrote the entire source code. And that was a time, it was in final year, was my first ever PC we bought, right? And first ever installed the Linux in it, right? It was a very fascinating story. And recently, I think last week, I was cleaning my old cupboards, in my place, right? Because I had a lot of old papers, my initial tax filing papers and my first ever job when I got. And recently I sold off my old two-wheeler also. I don't know, some of you might have seen my Instagram profile. After 23 years, I sold my first bike, right? Which I bought 20. There's a lot of, I'm just cleaning up my stuff. Instantly, my project report came up, like my final year project, right? So I was like so happy. I opened up and saw it's still there, right? I keep a copy of it. And I went and boasted this to my daughter and said, look what I did, I'm really proud of that particular project, right? Because I did it, means along with my team. Because I never knew that people can purchase projects, to be very honest, right? But when I came to Emertxe, same thing. What Rosh, actually many students used to tell me, sir, hum logon ne project kharid ke dala, sir, right? Then in an interesting manner, I asked one student, isn't it bad? Okay. Yes, sir, it's bad, sir. Okay. And won't your professor scold you? Oh, won't you say, right? He said, leave, sir. The student is telling. One Akash student was, his name is Akash. I still remember, here in first floor in MG, that leave, sir. That professor only told which shop to buy. Right? Okay. Right? I still remember the day, right? Then what do we say? My God, professor is guiding to which shop to buy, right? That's the state of our academics, right? So my point is, yes, I understand many of you have purchased. And if you see that, right, on a lighter note, that is the bad habit you carry to Emertxe also. Yesterday, I requested, it was very powerful conversation that we had about honest 40 versus faked 80. No, in fact, I just finished a meeting, right? Before this was a discussion. I'm just telling, how come a student can copy a project? Come on, which world we are living in, right? Okay. So if you're copying, you're cheating yourself, right? But having said that, Roshan is saying, sir, ho gaya sir, kya kare? Right? My request is, you need to put it because academic project you cannot hide. What I suggest is, I'm sure you would have that project report, right? All of you, whatever purchase that shop fellow would have given you, right? At least study there and be prepared for basics. They'll not ask you to derive an equation and all. At least they'll ask you to explain something about the project, right? But that's saying, just be thorough with that. But just be idea with the basics of that particular academic project. Okay. Hope it's fine, Roshan. Thanks for asking that question. Very interesting. Even this weekend also I had to discuss about, right? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in core side. I'm passionate about work hands-on project. That's why I choose. Very simple, Hemant. Fantastic answer. Right? I'm interested, sir. Its core is something very exciting to me. Very nice answer, right? Can I include Coursera and NPTEL certificates in my resume? Yes, we're coming to that. My request is, right, Shyam, okay, again, I'm telling you, this certification has become a fad. Just for the namesake, people want to put certification, internship and all, right? Okay, my request is, by studying that NPTEL course, we've done some projects, then you mention. Otherwise, why you are putting, right? And one thing, in a way, you will be inviting trouble. For example, in NPTEL, I did a course on Python programming. Imagine the interviewer is expecting you to know Python, or the project is based on Python. You ask the basics of Python, you fail. Why invite trouble? That's why I went and told you, right? It is not about writing more. It's about writing something, but be 100% confident with it. I know some of my students, I think that is a little old one. I don't have the resume, one of the old hard disk I should be having. Those days, Huawei used to hire. Right? I still remember a student who wrote a 2-page resume, very simple resume. He wrote and got a job. Right? So no need to make it fancy. If you can make it fancy with more projects, I think he worked on some 5 or 6 projects. He was just in the data success itself. He was there. In C, he did 3. In data success, he did 3. He got a job. Okay. So no need to include, it's a chodo, NPTEL. I know how you do next, you finish, submit, and don't do that. People are intelligent who created that buds. That buds was a slave, which is doing the work we trained. In other words, it will do only the instruction. Yes. That's what I'm trying to say. This buds is, don't underestimate this buds, okay? It's an amazing device. Look at what all it does, right? It has got a charging station in it, right? And what all the type of work that it does, right? It's amazing. Okay, small device, right? It's such an amazing thing. Okay, I like to really appreciate the electronics for this reason. Very miniaturized, chota sa cheez. It does an amazing thing, Okay, and another, and also I understand, especially in the medical field, right? How much amount of pain it relieves, Okay, for example, my mom, she's 78-year-old, right? She's diabetic, and sometime back we admitted into hospital because she needed to go through some, a couple of years back. So one of the pain that she has, whenever you are admitted in the hospital, right? Every frequently they'll come and check her sugar levels, right? The diabetic level, right? There's a small needle, they'll prick it, they take a blood, right? They put it in a thing and it'll show a meter. I think many of you know, many of your parents or uncles, somebody would have seen that you using it. It is a very painful. And she tells, whenever I get admitted in the hospital, every hour these guys come and prick me. And pretty old she is. And when she comes back home, right, after getting relieved, you should see her hands. Right? Typically they prick here, right? Both the hands she will be, feeling very painful, right? And one of the hospitals when we admitted her, right, that particular doctor, right, he came and put a patch, a small electronics patch here. Then he said, it's an old lady, she was very scared. He said, what are they going to do here, right? Maybe you prick here? He said, no, ma'am, we're not going to prick you for the next 2 days. Right? You just, put that particular patch, right? The doctor will come, even as a small sensor device. He'll just scan it, he'll report the diabetic level. Imagine how painless it is. Right? A technology which can, alleviate pain of somebody. Okay, and if you see that your embedded system has got a lot of role in playing that. And I have one more example with my mom. You'll be even more surprised that, right? See, unfortunately, I lost my dad long time back. Okay, and she get this pension certificate. Right, government. My dad used to work in judiciary. My mom was not working, so she still gets her government pension, state government pension. My dad used to work in Tamil Nadu, a place called Erode. He passed away, when I was in college. It was a, very abrupt loss I had. But mom gets pension, right? But the government has this particular rule that every year, right, the person, basically my mother, has to go there and go to the appropriate government department. Typically, they call it the treasury department. People who know this well, right? And say, you know what? I'm so-and-so. I'm so-and-so's wife who passed away. My mom used to show my father's death certificate, right? And say, I'm so-and-so's wife and I'm getting the pension and I'm alive. So please ensure that you send me pension. That's called life certificate. So basically to prove somebody that you are alive. Okay? I used to take her every year. This used to be a very ritualistic for me. Every year I used to take her, go to my native place, Erode, find out the treasury guy, go and stand there, in government office. It was used to be long queue and all, right? It was okay to still some extent, guys. As she aged, it became very difficult for me. As traveling, and then making a stand, sit, and there used to be no lift in the tall government buildings, right? It used to be very difficult for her. And there is something called, recently, they introduced something called Jeevan Praman. I don't know if any of you know this, right? What they did, all you need is you need to map one mapping. That means Tamil Nadu government, judiciary department, my father's name, my mother's name, my mother's Aadhaar. You need to link it. One-time process. Right? Somehow I figured it out. I went and did it in one of the Aadhaar centers, I think some 6-7 years back. Right? And all she need to do today, okay, which we can do it at home also, but I don't want to risk it. So I called that same fellow who helped me, 50-100 rupees. He takes the usko bhi soda service charge de do. He brings a small your thumb reading device. Right? He attaches to his there's one more gadget type of thing. It comes is all, and then he enters there the database, right? State government, Tamil Nadu, judiciary department, right? There's a number, department, some number like, and then she said, then they said, Amma, my mother says, Mama, keep your thumb, right? My mom will keep the thumb reading. He comes to my home, right? He charges 100 rupees or something. That's it. The Aadhaar gets linked. It goes to the authentication server, right? And then it goes to the Tamil Nadu Judiciary Department, right? Then the life certificate, there only it gets printed. He typically gives a printout and goes and say, I say, you give me PDF file, show it to my Google Drive, right? And my mother could not believe. I said, what the heck? Right? My son used to take you 350 kilometers every day. Chumma by putting this, she said, I don't believe. Initially, right? Pretty old, right? I told my mom, yes, I also, agree with you. What if they don't believe and they stop your pension, right? It becomes a big pain. Said, no problem. Okay, you call the same treasury guy. The next day morning, she called the treasury guy. The treasury guy himself was surprised. Amma, how come you got valid? You didn't come only. But if you see in my system, it already says it is authenticated, right? Or your life certificate is showing green. Right? Imagine the miracle, guys. Right? A 78-year-old lady, now how can I take her to my native place, right? My point is, you cannot underestimate the power of technology, especially embedded system. Think about the thumb readers. Think about the diabetic measuring devices. Like that, we can go on and on devices which makes the life easy for many people. Right? So that is so my point is, make some story. See, like when you ask, right now I'm selling a compelling story to you guys, right? Taking my personal example. Sell it, no. And am I telling anything wrong here? No. It's authentic. It's about me and my mother. What's wrong in telling that? I कुछ नहीं फेंक रहा हूँ ना. Cinema में आया, I saw that cinema is nothing. It's real truth. Right? My request is, if you go back and check, right, I'm sure all of you find some stories. Tell that story. Even technical interview, right? It's all about storytelling. In fact, if you ask me in a very lighter note, right, what am I doing for the past 3 days? And people, my team members know it very well, right? Majority of my life revolves around storytelling. The storytelling is the easiest way to make the other person understand, get inspired, get motivated, and you also make things easy for yourself. And imagine if I'm teaching you like a Viru Sahasra Buddhi, resume likhne ke 10 tarike, 1, 2, 3, 4, half of you would have vanished. Right? So tell a story, right? Thank you, CB Chakravarti, for this, right? Lot of intelligent devices today. Okay. Can you mention LinkedIn ID? May not be. See, again, Bhupati, LinkedIn ID you mention. But if you click in the LinkedIn ID, majority of you won't build a LinkedIn profile only, Okay? I'll show you GitHub ID you can put a lead code ID, provided something is there. If you click a lead code ID, go there, nothing is there. Only profile and name is there. What's the point? Naam ke vaste, you need to put a link, right? Okay. So, okay. Mohammed is asking, just a minute, guys. So I'm putting 10 projects in my resume. It became 3 pages. How to decrease the size? Mohammed, don't worry, yaar. 3 page अच्छा है. Don't need to bother about cutting. 5 तक रहने दो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. Then I have Prajwal. I'm mentioning in my resume as I have done my internship on PCB design. Now I'm doing embedded software. When HR asks why you chose embedded software or PCB, what should we tell? Tell me what story you have, Prajwal. What story? Kahani ek banao na. Right? If I were in a situation, I'll tell you what story I will tell. Okay. This is telling my induction class also. I say PCB or a board is like a body. Right? When you make a design, right? It's got a circuit, right? It's got various peripherals, right? It's like I'm saying, like 1 head, 2 ears, 2 nose, right? 2 nose, like 2 eyes, right? 1 mouth. It's like a body. That body is dead. Unless there is a life in it. Right? And what gives life to my body? My oxygen, right? And my heartbeat, everything, right? Same thing. So like that, for a board, which is a dead PCB, what gives the life is nothing but my embedded software. When you're designing my embedded PCB, I was finding that I'm designing a dead board. It's a kya hoga? But when I saw the fascinating world of embedded system, which gives life to that board, that excited me. This is a great story you can tell, right? Okay. If you want to tell the same story, also sell, no problem. Okay. मैं बेचने के तरीका बोल रहा हूँ, जाके बेचो, sell it yourself. I'm very happy, right? But like the thing, just think and I'm sure you guys are way smarter than me. I know that, right? Okay, you have so much ideas, right? If you look at your Instagram profiles, you're also creative, right? Only thing is, it should be truthful. When I say, right, why are you listening to it? It's truthful, it's authentic. Just fake ki zarurat nahi. Be truthful, build a story, people will, buy. In fact, if you see in a very simplistic way, if people may have various opinions about political parties and other things, don't fool me into this, but every politician today, any party, you may be party A, party B, you may consider local state politician, central politician, or international politician, any political party, political leader, what is he doing? Storytelling, selling the story to the people. If you sell the story well, you are successful. But not selling the story, they're failure. Right? Even though we might have some opinion, our politicians are not good, they're corrupt, whatever maybe think, right? Not good. Somebody may I want to become. But one thing, all of us can learn from our politicians is storytelling. What is that I should tell so that it vibes with the voter immediately? Just tell, usko, you get shaken up, right? If you see some of the storytelling of some politicians, right? Okay. So learn that from politicians, right? Okay, Prajwal, if you learn that, this PCB is easy, right? Should you mention in certificate, if yes, how to mention in Emertxe certificate, right? Emertxe certification, anyways, you put in the top. See, don't remove Emertxe certification. I think I wrote your template already, right? Emertxe certification, definitely you should mention. Don't miss it. Okay, so if you mention any project, whether how to mention the project name or leave, explain 4 to 5. I come to that, Mohammed. Give me some time. I have not gone to the section yet. I'll taking some more, example. Then I'll come and explain, right? Sir, for mechanical guys, sell yourself. For electronics guys, sell your passion. Yes. What am I teaching here, right? I'm telling you, bejo, jaake. World is all about storytelling and selling. Everywhere storytelling is happening. Everywhere selling is happening. Whether you like it or you don't like it. Often people say when the word selling, right, हम लोगों को गलत लगता है, oh, selling as if they're doing a sin, right? Everywhere is selling is happening. A small kid feeling hungry, right, cries. What the kid is doing? Selling. So mom can come and pay the attention, right? As simple as that. Selling is part of our life. My thing is, okay, I'll tell this sentence to you guys. Be shameless about selling. Okay. Who should be shameful? Jhoot bol rahe kya? Are you telling a lie? You should be, okay. Are you, by telling your story, is it going to hurt somebody? Right? Uska chawal leke tum kar rahe. Are you eating somebody's meal? Then you should be, you should not be doing that. As long as it is truthful, it is not hurting to anybody. Bindas bejo. You are the best salesperson for yourself. Okay, I'm the best salesperson for myself. If I extend, I'm the best salesperson for my family. I'm the best salesperson for Emertxe. I don't have any shame in admitting anywhere else. Right? I need to be able to sell Emertxe to people, no? Tomorrow we go and talk. Yesterday I had a placement company meeting. 2 meetings I had. Right? I need to sell the story of Emertxe to them, no? Otherwise, why they will come? Oh, Jaikumar, send me a PPT. Will they come? Nobody will come. You need to sell. Tell a story. Right? Go ahead, guys. Feel free. Sharam mat ho jao. Don't feel shy. Okay. Nimmala, I think this we already answered. Old batch. Okay. As a computer science student, I select embedded system. Is it a domain change or not? Sunil, I myself from embedded computer science. Okay. Again, these are all myths people have created. Computer science means go to web development, application development. Electronics means go to embedded systems. Kaun bola hai sab? That way, where is this embedded mechanical engineering guy coming and doing embedded systems? These are all unwanted R&D planted by somebody, most likely professors. Okay, I don't want to blame them, but who is there to define? It's all about problem solving and engineering, right? Don't need to. I myself come from computer science. Okay? It's not a domain change. Okay, Jake Bejo, Bindas. Okay, Karunakaran, I completed my EEE, but unfortunately, I'm working in the mechanical domain for the past 1.5 years, and also there is a bond. So I'm not able to switch my domain. Give me a guidance, right? First of all, Karunakaran, few points to yourself to think about, right? First point is, how long is your bond? Okay. And as I already told you, whenever you are leaving an organization, you need to leave it on a good note. Typically, whenever you are having a bond, when you break a bond, there will always be mentioned some compensation. Okay. First and foremost thing is you need to evaluate how much it is basically going to cost you, because typically they may put a what do you call a cost associated. This is point number one. More important thing is build at least 10 projects through Emertxe. Okay. Then what you can do when you are starting applying, right? You can decide how do you basically get out of that bond. If you have built some 10, 12 projects, a company is coming and giving you, and you're going and telling your boss saying that, I'm breaking the bond 6 months before. And as per the agreement, this is the money that I'm going to pay. Put it on a table. Once you pay the compensation, they'll give you a proper relieving letter. Get released. That's fine. Absolutely nothing, right? Because when you're breaking all I say is when you break a bond, when you run away, there's a problem. When you run away, is a problem. Hit and run is a problem. But if you hit somebody, you pay the compensation, you give them a hospitalization, you're taken care. Yes, I hit it, it was an accident, then it's fine. Then you get a proper relieving letter and go. Okay. My request is consider, or let us say this bond is next, 2-3 months, the bond is going to get over. Just wait, wait and then start applying. That's even more easier. Okay. Karunakaran, hope it makes sense. Apart from resume, what other documents are required? Like cover letters, marks card. Cover letter and whatever, leave it here. These are old Jamana, old concept. Marks card, of course, you need to keep it. Right? That too, they ask for photocopy. These days, when you go to the company also, they'll, even Emertxe, when we hire people, when they come, we ask them to bring the originals also. Even Aadhaar, everything, right? Not only marks card. HR will come, they'll verify the photocopy and then the original. They'll give the original back to you. Keep the photocopy. That's it, right? That should be enough. Whatever the basic documents you have, that should be good enough. Okay. Should we mention certification? I think I already clarified. Okay. Mehboob is telling, I have 1.5 years experience in IT, passive networking. No problem, you can mention that. How to give self-introduction? Tell your story, Rahul. Right? Tell your story. Where are you coming from? What fascinates you? What brings you here? Okay. Thoda kalakar bano, likho apne bare mein, right? If you are not able to sell yourself, who else will sell for you? In fact, self-introduction may flat ho jana chahiye interviewer. At the same time, don't sell it like a cinema theater. Don't be dramatic, but sell it in a very nice manner. Okay? Should we also include a project done in university? Yes, provided you are confident about it. Shall I mention publications? Same thing. Okay, publications also, these paper publications, right? And then things like that. These days, they don't carry much of weightage. But, Pravina, if you want to mention it. I don't think this have any impact. Right? Okay. Academic projects. And Syed, any academic project, mention here. It's okay. Even if you're a mechanical related project, mention it. No worries. Many people say that your resume should be 1 page. Yes. Okay. That is I would say, Suraj, it is a little bit of a country specific. For example, if you're applying for a job in Germany, okay, no way Germans would want a resume more than 1 page. I think even Elon Musk also told in one of the interviews, if I'm not wrong, that I want resume to be of 1 page, right? Okay. So certain countries will have certain standards or certain ways of writing resume. But as I say, since we are targeting jobs in India, and I know very well the type of companies who are recruiting, what they expect, Binda jaake likho, 4 to 5 pages you write, no problem. I'll show you shortly a template or a filled out resume, how it looks, right? Okay. Can you put my academic internship in experience? Yes, you can do, provided you are confident about it and you've done some work. If similar to college project, if you purchase an internship certificate, don't put it. Lokesh. Yesterday I asked work answer, if you submit copied projects again after fixing the errors, will they be accepted? Please answer me, sir. Yes, Sarita. Okay. See, if you are coming and telling me any mentors today in Emertxe, even we discussed before that also, sir, ma'am, I copied my project. Okay, I got 8 out of 10 in the project and I'm sorry about it. I attended Disha workshop. Okay, I learned the importance of projects, right? Whatever you want to say, but I worked on it. Okay, this is my original project. Can you evaluate? Okay? We are okay with that. Okay. And if you're not able to get out of mentor, talk to a student success team, support@emertxe.com. Say, I want this project to be reviewed. I worked on my own, right? We'll arrange some mentors to review it. Okay, no problem. We want to support honest working people, right? We'll do that. Okay. Same thing. It can also happen somebody that your module has progressed. Suppose you are in a C module, you are working on C module project, you've done 1 or 2 projects for it. One project you've done. Then the module became data structures and the data structures also proceeded further. But you spend more time working on one more C project on your own. You wanted to get it evaluated. When you go to the C module mentor and say, no, I'm already busy, I moved to other module. They may say, because they all have batches running it. Come to a student success team. Come to a student success team because they play as a bridge between the students and the mentors. Because mentors, they have a schedule, their class, lab, like that, right? It will be difficult to the same mentor, but we'll find out another mentor who is available and we'll get it reviewed from him. No worries. Okay. Self-introduction, right? Thank you, sir. Like soul to the body, correct. Okay. Also, I'm done internship in PCP design. Can I mention resume? I think I already clarified this. If we submit copied projects again after fixing errors, yeah, that's what I think I answered. We also become sales representative of first. Tejas, yes, please, for God's sake, don't think sales is bad. Every day we are selling, right? Okay, every day there we are selling. Okay. Katrina Kaif married Vicky Kaushal. Where is the profile of Katrina Kaif? Where is the profile of Vicky Kaushal? Hope this example makes sense, right? Why? Because according to me, Vicky Kaushal is a great sales guy. You agree with me? Right? I want more smileys to come in, right? Pataya na usne, kalakar hai na wo. There is a profile. Now what I think is coming up, right? He's younger than her. She's और ये सोचो guys and girls, right? Katrina Kaif को कितने लोगों ने line मारा है? How many big actors and all, right? They were in a relationship, but finally कलाकार कौन है, right? Learn from Vicky Kaushal. Again, don't go and propose somebody and get beaten up and say, because I told her to propose, you propose. Valentine they were. I'm just telling you, learn from politicians, learn from actors, right? Sales, you are the best, and उसके लिए कोई शर्माने की कोई जरूरत नहीं. No need to feel shy. Who should be shy? If you're telling, are you lying? Are you, as I said, no, if you're lying, you need to be doing it. Or you telling something, somebody is going to get affected. Then you say, oh, nahi yaar, abhi nahi karunga. If you tell something, somebody may get affected, right? Don't do that. Job jaane de, lene ke liye ja rahe, you're going to get a job. It is your primary job. You need to sell, right? Absolutely sell, no issues. And what I'm doing, right? I'm just motivating you. Bindas jaake bhejo. But don't overdo it. That's what I'm feeling, right? Don't do, but be in your own, it should be impressive, right? That's the thing. Okay. We are telling the truth loudly. That's it. Yes, it is, right? Okay. Is it okay to give references section? I have done internship from a company as per curriculum with the permission of the head of the department. I added his contact. Also, I had one of my lecturers in the Goripati, Seshu, Nagarjuna Garu. Okay. I think these are all my brothers from Andhra Pradesh. Long names, right? Very nice to see that. Leave it. References is an old 1970 concept, right? Don't worry. Okay. Nobody is going to do all those reference checks. Leave it. It's okay to apply cut-off campus within 3 or 4 page resume off campus. Yes, you can do that. See, don't differentiate between off campus and on campus. Right? Everything is same. You can use the same resume everywhere. So learning embedded or computer science will lead to a good product company. What makes the difference between computer science student and an embedded system engineer? See, I don't see, again, as I said now, see what is embedded systems here, right? You're having a hardware. We discussed about this buds, right? If you break open it, end of the day, there'll be PCBs, right? This is a hardware. I'm writing a software to program it. An embedded system. That's what embedded system, right? Now you can take it two ways of it. One is an electronics guy who understands the components part of it, then learn software. That's what you guys are doing. You are from EC background, TPL background. You understood the circuit first, then you learn the programming. As a computer science engineer, what I did, I learned the programming first, then went into learning the hardware second. That's all. Jada is pe sar phone ki zarurat nahi, right? Okay. Or I don't know how to put it in my, in my mother tongue Tamil. There is a saying, right? Okay. Pothikitu paduthitalu onnu dhaan, paduthitu pothitalu onnu dhaan. Matlab, I don't know how to. Maybe I'll try to translate in English. People in Tamil can translate. Whether you lie down and then you put a chadar on your own, the same thing. Put a chadar on your own, lie down, it's the same thing. End of the day, what are we going to do, right? Lie in a bed and put a chadar or put a blanket and sleep, right? Okay, don't make too much. It's all some professors created some myth. Okay, and I tell you this one, you will laugh at me if I say this, right? In my 12.5 years career, my corporate career, right? This is a chap by name Prasanna. What are the most brilliant technologies I ever seen in my life? Okay? Brilliant. One word to describe. Okay? For him, you name any programming language, any architectural concept, any complex products, anywhere, for example, used to solve live telecommunication network problem. Somewhere inside in Africa, the network is down. Okay? This chap will sit overnight, he will solve it. Right? It's like a genius of a guy. Civil engineer. Kya fark padta hai? Passion is what matters, right? And as time progresses, I think in India also will come out of these things, right? Electronics guy only should do this. And I also asked this question, right? Somebody from mechanical recently in a physical thing, somebody, so our mechanical engineers are, these are all electronics engineers. I said, as if electronics engineer knows more than you. You are ratified some different 20 subject, he ratified another different 20 subject. That's all, no? Kya fark padta hai? You came to Emertxe, right? Learn it well, then you all can do it. So don't break into too much. Very simple answer to all of you, right? Okay. So work hard or work deep. Which one you prefer and why? Okay. I would say as of now, you guys work hard. Okay. Deep will take time. Whatever the course we are giving, it is deep enough, but let's not bother much about it. Whatever the assignment and projects are in all the modules, work hard. Because depth, it takes time. It won't come in 6 months. It won't come in 1 year. It takes years, maybe 5 years, 10 years to get deep. Okay, work hard. Very simple mantra. Okay. Do we include Smart India Hackathon certificate second? ठीक है तेजस डाल दो आपकी खुशी के लिए. But I'm telling you, it will not have any consequence. Okay. Some students say it's older. In my resume, people say, "Sir, I was a Bharatanatyam dancer." Right? Okay. I won some yoga competition somewhere, India level. Can I put? I said, "ठीक है डालो यार." If you want to be happy, but please note, I'm not going to hire you. Oh, you're a Smart India Hackathon second winner. I'll hire you for my embedded engineer role. Right? Or you're a Bharatanatyam dancer. Oh, my embedded systems and Bharatanatyam are closely related. I'll hire you. Anybody will do that? Just think, If you see in a very commonsensical thing, right? I see, majority of the resume things are myth only, yaar. Pata nahi kisne aapke sar pe dal diya all these things, right? I've got no consequence. As I told you already, skills plus project is equal to resume, as simple as that. Jada sar podne ki zarurat nahi. Okay. Paper presentation, Adityan, same thing. Okay. Computer hardware, you can mention Bharat if you are confident. I don't want to put my college project in resume. If they ask about it, should I say, sir? No, once you put it, then you'll be caught. And that's also me hiding, because college means should have done one project. Now I said, take even though it's a purchase project, take it, and then what do you call? You just put it, it's okay. That is, study the basics of the projects. Okay. Salman Khan, okay. We're talking about Katrina Kaif. Somebody says Salman Khan, okay. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, I'll stop. Is it necessary when you mention extracurricular activities? It will give any weightage, but no weightage. आपके एक्स्ट्रा करिकुलर एक्टिविटीज के साथ कोई भी लेना देना नहीं. It's all nonsensical thing people have created. Hobbies, extracurricular activities, right? Yes, it tells a bit about your energy levels, right? That's okay. I am here to hire a, embedded engineer who can solve my problem tomorrow. That's it, right? That's all companies are looking for. Okay, and it's all nice to have. ठीक है, paper present कर दिया, hackathon में, and I tell one more, and I think this analogy I tell in every minute. You're all, whatever you're telling, hobbies, extracurricular activities, Smart India Hackathon, NPTEL certification, internship in somewhere, 4 months experience, 6 months experience, right? All those things are cream and a cherry. But when you go and buy a shop, right? You say, you give me a pineapple cake, pineapple cream cake. Or you say, you give me a cake, for example, right? He gives you a cake. You eat it and come back, right? But on top of it, he puts a pineapple flavor and gives you. You'll be happy. But it's nice to have, no? But only gives you cream. Will you accept? No. Or cherry, you ask for a cake, he gives a cherry. Right? Will you accept? No. So your projects, your skills are the real cake. Whatever is on top of it, layer, right? Lagana to lagao, nahi lagana to lagao. If you want to put it, you put it. Otherwise, you don't put it. That's it. Nothing is going to matter. No consequence. Absolutely zero. Be take from me. Okay? Nobody is going to decide based on that. At least 24 years, I never heard, oh, you're having extracurricular activity. I'll hire you for my embedded. But which world we are living? Come on, guys, right? I did only 4 projects. If you want to do 10 projects, what will I do? Even though I'm not a power track student. Karnakaran, just take a mentor. I already taken a note. We are going to open up all the project videos. We'll put it in some repository in LMS. We'll open up, watch the videos, start working, talk to the student success team. We'll get it reviewed. Keep on building more. Okay. Are jobs in abroad can possible only for experienced people? That's a good question, Vidya Shankar. Okay. At least I would say in the initial period, yes, because being in India, suppose you're studying abroad, then the story is different. Suppose you went to do masters in somewhere in some country, there you're applying as a fresher. No, I'm fine. You can get a job as a fresher, right? Being in India, directly shooting for a fresher job or job in abroad, right? It is little far-fetched. Okay? What I suggest is work, that's why I told, get into mid-sized company, startup company, and I'm not against a big company, don't get me wrong. Work your heart out for 3-4 years, build a solid profile, then you can go anywhere in the world. Right? Yesterday I showed you some example of our alumni. Right? If I take one more time and I show you alumni story, right? In name any country, they are there. Okay? Especially Europe and US, Southeast Asia, be it Korea, be it Singapore, be it Malaysia, right? Thailand, be it US, different parts in the US, eastern part of US, western part of the US, central part of the US, Europe, predominantly Germany, where the automotive companies are there, UK. Right? Our own alumni are there, tons of people are there. Nothing to worry. But if you have aspiration to go abroad, because main reason is visa implication or kuch nahi, right? Just put some solid experience, you can go there. Tejas telling, sir, my system got repaired, whole data in a hard disk repaired, all files got deleted, and I also want some time as current working project, some assignments also got deleted. Can you please give me more time, do it from first, or will my marks get reduced as I submit? Please talk to your mentor, Tejas. Okay, I don't know which batch, which module you are. They'll be the right person to guide you. Okay? I'm from online batch. How to get more projects apart from mandatory projects? Syed, as I said, no, I'll come back to you. We'll give a solution. I already noted down. We'll open it up for all of you guys, right? Okay. Do assignment coding questions cover almost the entry coding questions? Are those questions enough to cover everything? See, I would say to a larger extent, yes. Okay. When you say whatever mentors give, be it assignments, projects, additional preparation material will give, it is always our aspiration that most of the times it will be taken care. But yes, there can be some surprises. Okay. But on the contrary, we also believe if you practice so much, you should be able to crack. That's why we tell it, follow what mentors are telling you, will be taken care, right? Okay, either wrap around and lie down, or lie down and wrap around. Wise man. Okay, Shakil. Okay, man. Thank you, man. Thank you for translating into English, right? So do you prefer completely a typed CV using MS Word or CV created using website? You use MS Word and type it. Okay. Let us be a little bit old school. No, not everything you want to be AI generated and tool generated, right? With ATS enabled and all. It's a bad name, right? But that's why I'm giving a template. We are giving a template. Use it, write it. That itself is good enough. If somebody asks like, why do you do? Why only you do this project? Why not do other projects? Like, see, I don't understand. If somebody asks why only this, why not others? I tell like in Emertxe, our mentors only told this project. That's why I do. If you tell like this means should not be impactful answers, sir. What impactful answers, sir, you consider? Okay. See, that is good enough, Hemant. See, your mentors are giving the project. And there are individual projects only, right? You're not doing any group projects. That's why it's fine. It's already impactful only, nothing to bother about it, right? Sir, I'm an online student. Is QT models available for me? Because some company is asking for QT model. Neville is asking. So you can, I don't know what would be the other implications of that. If you want to learn QT, we can see how we can support you. Because there is a fee difference between offline and online, right? That's why I'm not able to commit. Just drop a mail if you want to learn QT. We can see how we can support you. Do fresher require portfolio? Discourage some word on portfolio. Nice question, Vidya Shankar, right? So there is always this thing of resume and portfolio, right? So last week, I hope all of you know, right? For example, we also do a web application programming course, or what we call full stack web developer course in Emertxe. We have another brand name called Webstack Academy. Right? Last week, I was taking them the Disha session, where I told them the reverse. I told them, don't bother much about building a resume. Build your portfolio. Portfolio is nothing but a website, right, where you write your skills and project and things like that, right? Okay. So why I insisted them to build a portfolio is because the output of a web development project, let us say I build a weather application, which gets a weather and displays in my screen, right? Or I written a, let us say, a medical application, which does some data processing and reports some dashboards, for example, right? The beauty of portfolio is that it can be represented in the browser itself because everything runs within the browser. So for a web developer, it makes all the more sense to build a portfolio, then write a resume. But unfortunately, in our case, as an embedded engineer case, I cannot showcase output anywhere because it's a hardware driven, right? Or I need to take a video and put it in my portfolio, right? Or rather suppose you're running something in the board, you need to take a video and put it in a portfolio, right? Our website, right? Similarly, I need to take a video of my screenshot if I'm doing a Pixim lab and put, right? I don't think you need to break too much into your head. Resume would do. Okay. Hope it's clear, right? Okay. For web developers or mobile application developers, I strongly recommend portfolio. In fact, I also give them tips to build a portfolio. For you guys, whatever the resume, more than enough. Okay. Very nice question, by the way, Vidya Shankar. Where will you get template, Shivani? Hang on, I'll give you. All will bundle and come to you. Okay. Can we include projects other than those done in Emertxe in resume? Yes, Lalita, you can do it. A, you should have done it. B, you should be confident. Okay. That's what I'm telling again and again. One of my friends attended an interview outside. They're expecting 32-bit microcontroller knowledge, but in Emertxe they teach only 8-bit. Okay, what can be done? Nothing, right? Again, this is a good question. This also we put across to our technical team also. Basically, the STM32, those type of controllers, right? They're also evaluating how we can include in our curriculum, right? But my answer remained the same over the years, right? See, if you look at a particular microcontroller or any particular board, it all comes in various variants. Right? Different variants are there, right? And some of the boards which the companies are working in a proprietary board, right? They won't give to you, right? So I have this analogy of whenever you want to learn a car driving, learn about accelerator, brake, and clutch. Right? If you learn this in any car, you can drive Audi, BMW, Toyota, Hyundai, Honda, whatever it is, right? Same thing here. Whenever you're programming a board, learn that fundamentals of the programming very well. What are all required? For example, reading a data sheets, right? Knowing the communication protocols, being good in C programming, how to manipulate the hardware, writing an interrupt service routine, right? And doing various interfaces so that you can build up projects, right? Using the communication protocols, right? This is what I mean by accelerator, brake, and clutch, right? Then what happens tomorrow when you go to a company, they make you a totally new board, which is a proprietary board. That time what will happen? Since you know how to use an accelerator, something like this, right? If you go to learn driving in an old, driving school, they'll be having some Maruti car. Right? But when you wanted to buy on your own, maybe you want to buy a new BMW. Right? When you learn this, yeah, there will be some variation. I'm not telling you can be applicable, but as long as you know that, you can very well, use it for BMW. So have this analogy. Don't bother much about which board I'm learning. It's about how well I'm learning. Right? But having said that, this point is also under discussion. I think hopefully, our technical experts will, work on it further. They've done an investigation already about, especially the STM32 bit microcontroller, right? They already done it, but I don't know the latest of it. Let me see what we can do. But whatever we teach, this should be good enough, right? Okay. All right. Super. Okay. 6:54. Oh my God. Okay. Almost 7 o'clock. Okay. So kind of done. Okay. So we discussed about the resume template, right? Maybe, some more sections, then we'll stop it. Then we'll continue the resume preparation tomorrow also. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all asking so many questions. Wonderful. Okay. Okay. So then comes education, right? Contributions and achievements, right? And you can write whatever people asked about, achievements. If you want to write, but it's not going to be consequence, right? Last but lastly, it's a very important section. Please pay attention, right? Projects, how do you represent? This is at a high level, a divided project at Emertxe, right? Academic projects, work experience project, or hobby project, you can mention as wherever you want, right? Okay. Okay, this is the common template I recommend. Write a title, write a project brief and description. Kindly note, this will remain same for everybody because everybody is working on the same project. Your technology is also the same. Very important thing is, right, how we are going to bring the differentiation about this. Key challenges and learnings. Because whatever the challenge you face will be different from whatever a friend has faced, right? So just think, when you're working on this project, what and all challenges you face, how you resolve it. You mentioned that more than enough. Okay? Don't copy paste. This should be unique. This all can be common, same project, no? Like that, you can keep on categorizing into different projects. That should be it. You can see, right? Nothing, no references, no blood group, right? Nothing. Okay, so this is what Emertxe template is all about. Okay. I have few more information to share. One, basically to show a resume of a student, right, who got placed in a premium company. I have them, some of them with me. The recent one I show you tomorrow. And also a small piece I have about general do's and don'ts. Largely we discussed, but still some do's and don'ts are there. These two put together may not take much more time. Maybe half an hour tomorrow will take, maximum 45 minutes. Then we can jump to interview facing, how to face technical interviews, how to face HR interviews. As I said, I planned for 4 days. Initial tomorrow is the 4th day, but since the first day took more time, I already asked Jyoti to extend it to Friday also. So same link, you can do that. And by Friday, comfortable Friday, I don't think we can need 2 hours because tomorrow we have 1 hour, definitely 1 hour 15 minutes. And by Friday 1 hour comfortably you can finish. But even here and there question and answers, by Friday 7 p.m. comfortably we can close the curriculum. The 5 days, I think is a good enough time we spend, 5 into 10 hours, right? Okay. And then after this done, we'll circulate all this content, everything via our LMS. And if you still not got it, you can get in touch with our team. Okay. So that's about for today. And I think we need to stop here. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Recording session templates. Oh, sab denge, I know. Okay, we'll do that. Okay. All right, that's for today. Tomorrow. So for today, how did you find the session today? Feedbacks, comments. Somebody is making running icon. Somebody is telling me thumbing. Somebody is making me hug. Right? Jadu ki jappi. Thank you very much. Right? Somebody's okay on the run. Feedback. Benki. Wow. Benki means fire. Okay. Thanks a lot, guys. A lot of emojis really means a lot to me. Motivator, says Vidya Shankar. Okay. Any other feedback, comments for today's? Thank you so much, says Anita. Keep us motivating, says Rakesh. Very fruitful, says Meenal. Lot of emojis. Somebody sending this, right? It's better you can shift to teaching field, sir. Nice explanation. My teacher is yaar. I was a mentor only, right? Then only I went into placements and all, right? Now I'm back. Okay. So I'll try to spend as much time as possible with you guys, right? Going forward, right? Good to have such sessions, says Ashutosh. Thank you, Ashutosh. Thank you, sir. Good, really good sessions, says Suraj. I'm seeing some thumbs up, some huggy scenes from Damarla. Enjoying the session, says Darshan. Got more clarity about perfect resume building, says Ajay. Wonderful sessions, sir. Keep motivating us with your punches, right? Yeah, punches. Surabhi is still remembering. Very useful info. Thanks, says Balaji. Must things have to be changed in my resume. I'll run it right now. Very nice, Gitanjali. Thank you for your great session, says Gokul. Nice session. Thanks, Lord, says Shakil. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್ ಸೇಸ್ ಗಗನ್. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಗಗನ್. ಇದನ್ನ ಇಷ್ಟು ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಇಷ್ಟು ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ ಅಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬಾ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ಓಕೆ. ಮೀನು ಸೇಸ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. Very sir, applied but not shortlisted. I don't know what you mean by that. Probably we'll discuss that, Abhishek, tomorrow. Seshu Nagarjuna, very informative and helpful. Thank you, says Raghavendra. Gaurav says thank you. Cleared a lot of doubts regarding resume, says Kavita Kumbar. Very informative sessions, able to know more about resume, says Tejas. Very helpful, removing unwanted R&D from my brain. Correct. Putrulu Harinath Reddy Garu. Okay. Telugu Chapalante, Anni unwanted, Tisei. Take it from your head, right? And then thank you. Keep us motivated and break negative thoughts, says Padmashri. Yes, that's what my attempt in every Disha session I try to do. Thank you, sir. Informative, says Kausagantika. Thank you, sir. Says Sai Kumar Reddy. Thank you, says Sai. Fantastic, right? So thank you very much, guys. Thank you for all your kind words. Sir, Telugu? Yes, I know all the South Indian languages. I keep using just to get motivated, right? Okay, I can speak pretty much all the South Indian languages, right? All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Let us see tomorrow, 5 p.m. Small piece left. We'll do that and then continue the technical interview facing and HR interview facing. Okay. See you tomorrow. Bye.